Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to get on here today to talk to you guys about how to use video to actually get clients in real estate. And it's something, I know it's all the buzz, right? Everybody's like, you have to use video, you have to use video. We've been saying this for years and a lot of people don't want to do it. So today I want to get into what you need to be talking about in your videos, what type of stuff to use for your video, and how to show up for your video in order to start like getting clients. So before I get into that, I want to remind you guys, if you like my channel and you like this video, don't forget to like below and hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. It will tell you whenever I put up a new video. And if you have questions, comments, want to talk further about any topic that I talk about on here, just definitely give me a comment below. I'm happy to respond back to you. In fact, if by the end of this video, you are determined to do video, comment video below and just let me know that you are ready to go, because the biggest thing about video is getting started. So at the end, I'm going to throw in a little bit of law of attraction for you guys, just to let you know how this all kind of lines up your energy. So let's get started. The first thing is that you have to start. So as real estate agents, we tend to be very me-centered. Even though we love our clients, we love to tell people how much we love our clients, and we love to tell people, about our clients. But it's really important when you are making videos that you are talking to the potential viewer as they are the hero of this journey. And I know companies like CarMax have done an amazing job at that. They've taken the hassle out of buying a car, right? And so people remember CarMax because of that. So that's the same type of thing. It's like, you don't want to just tell people that you're good at real estate. You want to tell people how that's going to change their experience, how whatever it is you bring to the table is going to help them have a better experience with real estate. So that's the number one thing, is figure out who is your target audience. And it's very, very important to have that, y'all. You cannot have a good video without that. I see all sorts of videos. You can make videos about it, that you're at an open house. You can make videos about houses that you're at, new construction. All of that is great. You can make the top 10 things to home buying. You can make all these videos, but those videos are not going to sell or bring you the warm leads that you will get if you start to make these targeted videos that are going to be to a certain audience. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They're like, well, I mean, I want to be known. Like there's all this misinformation in real estate. So some people are like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to, for instance, maybe you don't want to work with first-time home buyers. You're like, well, I don't want to just work with first-time home buyers. I want to work in the luxury market, or I want to work with people who are downsizing, or whatever it is, whatever the deal is. You still have to, it can be targeted to a neighborhood if you can bring value. The thing is, you have to know, what are you bringing to the table? How are you helping that person? So for instance, if it's a first time home buyer video, maybe you're bringing some certain knowledge that you have that is going to help them. And the way that you're going to show them is not to tell them. You're going to show them by telling them another story where you've helped somebody similar, or giving them the example of how their story could look so different if you were to get in the picture, or if they were just to take advantage. Because like, I'm not a salesy person, so, and maybe to my detriment, because I don't maybe sell enough to people, but if you show people the options and you show them how to get from A to B, it is highly likely that they're going to want to work with you. So number one, we need a targeted audience. Number two, we need to have an A to B, and how your value proposition sort of falls in line with that, what you bring to the table, how you're going to help the hero get from A to B. And then the next thing that throws people off a lot, well, let me go back for a second. So you need to close your video. So when you close, ask for the business. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying, obviously, I personally do not believe you want to be salesy. I talk to my clients in videos like I would talk to my best friend. And it's going to be like, hey, so if, you know, any of this sounds good to you, I'd love to help you get into blah, blah, blah. I'd love to earn your business, something like that, right? At the end of the video. So once you come up with the content, I think one of the biggest things that holds people back is thinking that they need certain equipment, thinking that they need to go get a haircut. Maybe they haven't had their hair colored lately. Maybe they need to get their eyebrows done, which I don't even know, y'all, but whatever. So here is my advice. Wear what you would wear to a normal showing, or just something that looks nice. Like, it doesn't have to be super, you know, you don't have to dress to the nines in your video. Now, if that is your brand, then okay, you've got to do that, right? If your brand is that you show up in a suit and tie every single day, well, of course, you're going to be in a suit and tie in your video. But be you, the you that they can count on if they work with you. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, you don't need any amazing equipment. You can use your phone. You can use, like right now I'm using Zoom. I'm actually just now, after making videos for quite a few years, going to upgrade from my webcam to a different type of camera and, you know, do something different. But you don't have to do that. What I love about real estate is that you can make money without having to spend a bunch of money. And that is something that agents are told wrong about all the time. Like, they are told that you have to spend money, buy this thing, buy this process, buy this, you have to have this. You don't have to have any of that. And I know, because I did it. Like, I'm not telling you this from like, listen, I went from nothing to something. I went from having no money to have a really nice bank account. And I didn't do that spending money every turn that I had. I'm very, very realistic with that stuff. So the biggest thing that you need is to do it. You have to do it. And here's the thing, is that you don't need an editor. You don't need any of that. You can get in Canva and create a cover for it, which the first video I did, I didn't even have that. I used the thumbnail that it let me choose in Facebook. I think, and you know what, I don't even think I got to use a thumbnail on my first video, because I put it like in a group. And I think it just had to be me looking weird, probably. But you have to get past that fear. So, but you can now, which I knew Canva then, but I didn't use it. It didn't click that I could. You can easily use Canva for that. And I'm going to do a video on that too, to show you guys the dimensions and how to put that together. But even that, don't let it slow you down. The whole idea is, don't let it slow you down. And here's a little law of attraction tip that I want to give you, is that as you start to become a real expert in your area, as you start to know the numbers, you start to know the market, you start to know all the programs that are available out there, you are going to start to rev up your energy in a completely different way. You're going to become magnetized, right? Because people are going to be drawn to you because you know your stuff. When you know your stuff, the universe knows it. So that, coupled with you pushing in a direction that maybe you're not comfortable with. And remember, the only thing about being comfortable is that energetically you haven't been there before. So as soon as you go there, you're going to get more comfortable. And here's one of my tips, pro tip: don't look back at your video. Write your video and feel, no. Pro tip, don't look back at your video. Go by how it feels. I know it sounds crazy, but you know, like when you were in school, if you knew you nailed a test, you're going to know if you nail a video. Literally, the first video that I ever did, and I made a ton of money off of it, and I'm going to do a video on that too, is on the third take. I did not drop the F-bomb at the end. And I was like, okay, that's the video. I didn't edit it. I didn't do anything. So, and I didn't look back at it. Like, to this day, I never have watched that video all the way through. So I hope that those tips help you guys. Don't forget to like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to know when I drop videos. Hit that bell. And let me know if you have questions in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions about how you can start today using video to increase your business and start getting actual warm leads and people who want to work with you. All right, y'all, have a good one.